fans, once again, it's the Horror Miser Monty G. Yes, time to do another movie review, and this time we're going to review the movie Cam. Now, Cam was a 2018 American horror film. It was directed by Daniel Goldharber. I believe that's how you pronounce his name. This was written by Isa Mazzelli. Mazzelli? I'm terrible with names. It stars Madeline Brewer, Patch Darabro, and Devin Druid. Now, a lot of people talked a lot about this film in the horror community. It's on Netflix. I happened to saw this a couple of days ago, and let's go on ahead and see what I thought about Cam. Now, in the movie, we're introduced to this Cam girl who goes by the name Lola. Her real name is Alice Ackerman. And she's a cam girl for this website called Free Girls Lives. And she basically does what most cam girls do. They perform little sex acts. There's some nudity and there's some softcore porn in there thrown in as well. But her main goal is to become one of the top 10 girls on FGL, Free Girls Live. Now, of course, there are competitions between some of the cam girls along with Lola. And they do sorts of nice little stunts online. Eventually, she also has a brother and a mother who don't know about her extracurricular activities. All they know is that she's some type of web designer. Throughout the film, we see her trying to do her best to become one of the top girls. She celebrates when she gets to the top 50 and she's going fine. But unfortunately, she doesn't seem to do enough to make it to the top girls. And until all of a sudden, probably a little midway through the film, we see her, but it's not really her, performing more dangerous stuff online. It's some type of a double online doppelganger, doing her stuff online, doing some of the stuff that she doesn't seem to be. And she is going, and of course, she goes out of her way trying to find out how this doppelganger is taking control of her site. And that's basically what the film is about. Now, when I was watching this film and saw this particular storyline and how it plays out, it's an interesting premise and it's a nice story that I would normally see on a horror anthology shows, like some of the old horror anthology shows like Night Gallery and The Twilight Zone, or even The Outer Limits. You would see something like this. And most other people, they would probably see this on more modern anthology shows like Black Mirror. As a matter of fact, a lot of people said that this could be on Black Mirror. And I thought it was pretty fascinating how this story plays out. Now, from what I understand and what I researched, the writer is Mazzy. I think that's how you pronounce her name. She actually used to be a cam girl herself, and she drew some of the experiences that we see in the film from her own experiences as a cam girl. Now, the film does explore some of the dangers that some of these girls do, such as they sometimes cross the line on some of the stuff that they do. Like in the beginning of the movie, we see that Lola pretends to kill herself by cutting her throat. Or in other parts of the film, we see them fake suicides online, which can be pretty dangerous and probably will offend a lot of people that have mental health issues. So I thought that some of the dangers that the film explores. The other dangers that the film explores with these girls is what happens when, unfortunately, they decide to meet some of their viewers online, because some of these dudes have a tendency to think that the girls owe them something. Like there's one particular character in mind. He actually likes to meet these girls online. He sends them gifts, offers them dinners, because he feels as though, hey, I can make you one of the top 10, so that means you owe me. And that's what this film draws on. That's one of the aspects I thought that the film does very well in. Drawing the dangers online, some of the stuff the girls do because they are in competition with each other, and of course the dangers online of when they actually meet some of their online fans. Now, as far as the film itself is concerned, I actually thought Madeline Brewer does her role very well, being Alice and Lola. Now, of course, she, as Lola, has some morals. There's some stuff that she won't do. But sometimes she will draw the line, across the line, because, as the film goes, she wants to be on the top. And that seems like all the girls want to do is be on the top 10. Because obviously the more the more viewers they bring in, the more money that they make, and more success they can be, and that's what the film explores. Another fascinating aspect that I found that I see in the film is when we see the doppelganger doing stuff that Alice or Lola herself doesn't do, and she really does cross the line, and this makes her go upset. And like I said, she does go out of her way trying to find out who this doppelganger is and what she can do to stop her. Now, I don't know if it's because she's upset because she feels as though this doppelganger is doing stuff that she doesn't want to do, or the fact that she's upset because the doppelganger is doing it and she didn't do it and she didn't think to do this in the first place. Because the more dangerous stuff that she does, like exposing herself in the library and doing other sexual stuff, is also increasing her rate as she continues to go up, up, up until eventually she gets to the top 10. Then she'd probably be upset with, why didn't I think of that? Now, I like how the film explores her relationship with her mother and her brother. It seems like she has a great relationship with both her parents and her brother. Unfortunately, she keeps this secret online, and even when the truth is exposed, I would say midway through the scene, I like how her mother's reaction is when she finds out what her daughter really does. Now, of course, her brother, he has the obviously the reaction you would think that a family relative would have. But I liked her mother's reaction as well, and I also like her interaction with the other camgirls, especially to her best friend Fox, because they actually do other shows by themselves. They do shows together when they have this group webcam. But of course, it also shows the competitiveness that these girls are, because they all want to be in the top 10, and they show some of the stuff that some girls will do and some girls won't do. Now, of course, it's the tension and I guess what I'm trying to say, it's the tension that the film tries to bring in this particular film. Fortunately, this is where the film falls flat, because there is a obsessive fan by the name of Tanker. His character, though, is not very well developed, so whatever danger he's supposed to bring in the film, along with the doppelganger that we see in the film, he's not developed well enough, so we really don't fear him. He's just there, I guess, just as a plot device, and I guess he's just there just to say, hey, look, we got an obsessive stalker. He follows her to the town, and then he has some other interactions with her. But I did like the other guy, the other character, not the obsessive fan, but one of the other popular guys. I did like his character. His character is more fleshed out, but the stalker guy, Stinker, no, he doesn't present any type of danger, and we really don't fear him. So whatever the filmmakers thought that he was supposed to do, he just didn't do it very well enough. And then we get to the final act where Alice finally tries to actually confront her doppelganger. And it was a bit kind of lackluster to me. I mean, the film did build up enough tension to think that we were going to get something exciting, but we just got that. I'm pretty sure a lot of people who saw the film probably know what I'm talking about too. I expected a little bit more than what we got in the third and final act when we finally get the confrontation. And I really had no problem with the way the film ended. I know a lot of people didn't like that part of how the film ended, but seeing how the type of character Alice was and what she wanted to be when we begin the film, so I'm not surprised when the film ends what happens to her and what she decides to do after the final confrontation with a doppelganger. So, despite those little flaws, that we have in the film, like the lack of the danger the stalker present, and of course the lackluster ending of the final act, the final confrontation, I actually did enjoy the film. Like I said, Madeline Brewer was pretty good. I did like her. I liked the duality that the film explores between what the real the real Lola, what she wants to do, and the fake Lola, and what she actually does. I like that duality. Sort of like, this is what I really want to do, but I can't do it because I have morals. But if I want to be the top girl, I got to do this stuff. So I did like that duality that the film portrays. So, oh no, I did enjoy the film. Like I said, I just thought the final act was a bit lackluster. So, the Horror Miser is going to open up his vote. And I'm going to give Cam 2.5 out of my 5 gold coins. Yes, I'm going to give Cam 2.5 out of my 5 gold coins. It's good. It's good. It could have been a lot better had not the third act been so lackluster. So, my horror fans, what did you think about Cam? Did you enjoy it? Did you like the aspect of seeing the world of a Cam girl? Or did you think the movie fell flat, especially in the third act? Leave your comments down in your comment section below and tell me what you thought about Cam. Well, that's my video for today, guys. I hope you did enjoy it. And if you did, please give it a thumbs up because it does help the channel out a lot. And once again, this is your first time here, please hit that subscriber button and ring that notification bell. That way you can come and enjoy the horror experience with me, the Horror Miser Monty G. And as always, all my social media links will be down in the description box below as well. Once again, my name is Lamont Smith, better known as the Horror Miser Monty G. And always remember, horror rules. I'll see you guys later. I'm out.